And we tried so hard to break into a fashion week because we were not allowed to even send models in. When we first started the agency, when we were still struggling, I was heavily pregnant. Being super introverted, I hate going for my media events and like mingling and hustle and whatnot. One of the photographers that I was working with, he was like, hey, we have this party now. One of the show producers is there, like you want to come down or not? And I can, hook you up. That show producer was with his assistant or with his colleague. Right away, I was like, hey, I am, from a new agency, and they apparently knew who I was, but they had been ignoring my emails. And I said, hey, can you give us a chance to at least send the girls down for castings? He didn't say much. He was like, and then he left. Didn't say bye. Then left me with the assistant. So I was asking the assistant, so when's the casting? Like, can I send my girls down? And then I said, yeah, I can. I was like, how many models can I send down? She looked away. She just be like that. Wow. Unbelievable. And his agency closed. So.
Welcome to another episode of First Pot of Gold, where it's raw, unfiltered. How do people make their money? And is money really everything? Learn their struggles, their conversations that they have with themselves, their doubts, uncertainties as they have to face towards building their first pot of gold. Today's guest, the force behind Basic Model Singapore, and who has shaped faces like Amy Cheng Bradshaw, Layla Ong, and Casey Bay. We have with us powerhouse Bonita Ma! Okay, 还是很 serious.
已经笑过了。
Okay. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, a pleasure.
And although you don't look very happy.
I'm not very happy all the time.
You're not very happy all the time, or this is your face?
It's my face plus my mood is like that.
Oh,
yeah,
chill. Okay, cool. Peaceful is good. Today it's gonna be raw, unfiltered. I'm gonna ask you lots of questions.
Go ahead.
Anything?
Anything. I might not answer, but yeah, sure, you can try.
I will try. Okay, so I'll get to the juicy part immediately.
So soon? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
We need jump head in already.
Okay.
So what do you define as your first pot of gold?
I was thinking about that when I got the question. And then I was also discussing with Alex, my husband, and I realized I don't think we got our first pot of gold yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so what do you think that is the amount, a definitive amount?
When we are at a point where we are very, very comfortable and I don't need to worry about, like sales coming in, I think that would be like a good 7-figure spare cash.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be gold.
But your first pot wouldn't you say, like, examples, your skill set or like, something else? First pot.
I mean, those are necessities.
Okay.
I don't feel like those are, things that I achieved, but I already had it, in order to have a business.
Okay, so your first pot of gold is if you don't have to worry about money and a 7-figures number spare cash that you have set aside.
Yes.
Then you'll be happy.
I'll be safe.
Okay, cool. So you now run and found Singapore's top agency in, the industry.
Are we top?
At least I feel you are top lah.
Okay.
Top visibility at least, right?
Yes, I mean true for that, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know much about the others, but I've heard about Basic Model Singapore, and I am very proud of what you've done.
Thank you.
We see the training and all that.
Yes.
Later, ask you more questions.
You want to do a training with us?
I think mother of two already, 29 years old, 7 years already.
Age is not a number.
Really?
Age is not.
Okay, I cannot wait to ask you more later.
Yeah, okay.
So now that you have established this modeling agency, can I know what made you begin this industry or this company? How did it all begin?
Well, I mean, going back to when I first started, I started from a commercial talent agency background, and then a few years later I left and I joined an international franchise, another model agency, and the director ran away.
The director ran away?
The director ran away.
Too stressful to actually manage models?
No, I think he was not handling finance well.
Okay.
And he wasn't from a modeling background, he wasn't from an advertising background, he was something else. He was a businessman. So I think he realized that, this is not what he wanted to do, and he ran away. So I was, left with, that state of mess where either I resign and then the models would be stranded, or, I just take them over under a new brand, and which is what we did actually.
Oh, so you then, because of a crisis or a
Yes,
situation
yes,
that you
yes.
had to handle, you decided to start up your own company, and then the models port over.
Yes, I mean to keep
In
it
a
short,
sense.
long story short, it was like that.
Okay, cool. And then how do you get your first few gigs then? Because you are a new modeling agency.
Well, I mean, technically we are not new, like because we had the international franchise and the same group of models, so we already have clients ongoing. I think that was also one of the reasons why I felt like it's more reasonable that we just move everyone to a new brand, because we had clients, we had jobs coming in, we had plans. There were a lot of things moving, career-wise for the models, and we had top models in town. So it's basically I had everything but the brand.
And that's like perfect situation.
It
It's
is.
like God wanted you to lead it. It felt like it.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, amongst, you have many models.
Yes.
I'm sure. So amongst all your models, what would you say, or who would you say is the one that really helped kickstart your agency as well?
我觉得这样讲会得罪人。
哦，对的，这样。
会得罪
Okay, how about
人
this? Top 3.
看没
也不行
不行啊。
Okay,
看
okay.
啊
How about your favorite one?
看 What's your favorite kid?
My favorite kid,
Yeah, you can't, right? Like they're all your children, but you will definitely have favorite, but you can't. You can't force it all.
The truth is, we will say, oh, they're very unique. One is a bit more like me.
Yeah, lor, like
Yeah,
very
yeah.
politically correct.
Yeah. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay, I save you out of it. Then I
Can.
ask you something else. Okay,
Okay.
between Singapore or Asian models versus, Ang Mo models lah, okay, or Caucasian, what is the difference? And do you think that there is a slight disadvantage for Asian?
I think not just Asian or Caucasian, but how Singapore clients actually view imports, like international models versus local models. I
Okay,
think that
so how
was-
do they view them?
So I think when we first started the agency, that was like 12, 13 years back, when I first took over the international franchise, because I was the first model agent in. It was a lot easier because they had the international franchise, so that was international. But before that, when I was in the commercial talent agency, we were struggling with marketing local models because clients didn't value Singapore models. To them, it was very stereotyped. It would be under, like Singapore models will be doing IT show, will be doing your Comex, your car shows, and there'll be the F1 girls.
No.
Yeah, no, right? But
I did some of those before, but never the car show.
okay, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So like they will, there will be a lot of forums. The Club Step forum was big back then, and there'll be a lot of forums where they're going to talk about it, and they will brand Singapore models with all the names that are in the F1 shows, the Comex and the Adala. So when I was presenting, like models to Singapore clients, whether it's magazine or fashion houses or catalogs, they will not cast any of the Singapore models. So at the point where we present com card, so that was like a model card, and then with their names and their photos, and when we present them, they will ask like, so where is she from? And once they hear it's Singapore models, they will not cast.
Wow.
That was the main struggle that we had back then. So it wasn't not so much about whether is it Asian or Caucasian, because there'll be agencies or clients that be booking like Koreans and like Taiwan models, but they will
But just not Singapore.
Just not Singapore.
Why? Is it because we look like a bit different?
I think it was stereotype.
Stereotype?
I think it was
Singapore
stereotype.
not chill, is it? Singaporean girls not pretty.
Or they will label it as like the event models, event talents. They won't even call them models.
I see.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
which I felt like the whole thing was a very vicious cycle lah. Like because they are not in,
And they don't have jobs, so because they don't have
the
jobs,
portfolio will not be great,
Yes.
and then they will only land with the event photos.
and they have no experience, so then they suck even more lah.
yeah,
and
so
then they
it's
cannot land jobs.
Yeah, then Singapore models will be like here.
Oh,
they will never be
gosh.
able to move up. So that was the biggest challenge back then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with that biggest challenge, did you have a goal to try to change the perception of Singapore models?
that was what we did.
Oh.
Yeah. So we spent like 10, 12, 13 years just to rebrand and remodel the whole Singapore modeling scene so that Singapore models are not branded as event talents.
So what did you do to rebrand Singapore models?
Okay, funny thing is because when international models come to Singapore, whether it's the Koreans or Taiwanese or like the internationals, the Brazilians, the Czechs and Ukrainians, when they're in, they do not have a portfolio, but they will still be loved. Like they will still be booked. In the first place, the agencies in Singapore would still invite them over because of their look and their nationality.
Wow.
So I felt like, in that case, if Singapore clients like the international factor, then we will send our Singapore models out of Singapore, get the international book, and then come back in.
Oh.
So they had a certain level of, like global in the book. And
So
that worked.
interesting.
Yeah.
So you send outbound and then you bring back in again.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So then now you're imported from,
Like they are not just Singapore models. They are Singapore models who had been overseas. I think it's like, our students, our kids were studying.
exchange program.
Yeah. It's like internship, a global internship.
Wow, and it took quite a fair bit.
Took a lot of money also.
Yeah, because all the traveling and all the transport.
Yes.
Do models have to pay or you pay?
So the models, at the end of the day, like all the advances the agency pay for them, it'll be deducted from their earnings.
Okay, fair.
But when are they going to earn? That is a huge question.
So you need to bet on them.
We need to invest.
Okay.
So that's my investment.
Okay.
And if they don't earn, or when they come back and Singapore clients don't buy that, then we need to invest more.
Wow.
So like, for example, if we send them to Hong Kong, which is, because I'm from Hong Kong. So our first market back then was like, we will send to Hong Kong, get the magazines, get the catalogs. When they come in, the clients will look at the book and say, wow. But there'll be cases where we send models to like a certain market and they don't get work. Or they don't get enough work to come back to entice like Singapore clients. Then you send them to another market. And then air tickets. Then when they come back and tell you that, I got no money, how? Then you need to give them some pocket money.
Oh my
That's
god.
all money, right?
And wait, do any of them actually leave you at the end of the day after you put so much investment?
There were.
Wow.
There were cases.
And that's life. What did you learn out of this?
That life sucks. See, so dramatic.
停电耶 This is so. Oh my god. Life sucks and then boom.
Oh, drama effect, man.
Yeah. 很好 exactly
Definitely getting this into the episode.
Yeah. You should film you all walking in and yeah. Nice. Let there be light.
知道我讲错什么东西是不是？
你的这两个字 life
那 life sucks 动
Life sucks 什么是个 Q
不
对？
是只要唱。
I not scared already leh. I can't believe I scared ah. Cannot scared leh.
OK， 这两个字我不讲
OK， 不要
了。
讲了这个。So there's nothing you can do about that.
Nothing.
How about contracts can make it a bit tighter?
I mean, we have a contract. Everyone is signed to a contract. But I try not to keep the terms so insane. Because I think at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. If a girl doesn't want to stay with you, and the heart is really straight, there's no point, right? Like if you want to bind them to.
That's so true. It's like, you don't want to keep somebody whose heart is no longer here.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought about something. We had a case. I think that was the worst case that we had. There was a girl that we groomed, we trained, and then we start pushing out for Fashion Week. And then in the middle of the Fashion Week, she wanted to leave.
And then how? Already booked with the client.
So she's going to do the Fashion Week, but she was talking backstage to everybody that she wanted to leave.
Oh man.
And those are things that that you'll be, I won't say traumatizing, but it's very disheartening. Like you're spending so much time
to groom her, and you brought her to Fashion Week, a Singaporean model going to Fashion Week.
That was a Singapore Fashion Week. Back then but she was new, completely new.
Wow.
And then we were training her Fashion Week catwalk. So she was in the office almost every day. She will, dine with us. She will, nap here. She'll do her homework, and then we train her for catwalk. So we're seeing each other like continuously for months. And then she's in Fashion Week. She was talking about what she wants to leave.
Oh man.
So I was like, is there something that we did wrong? Like, what are we lacking?
And sometimes as a business owner and also as a mentor, because you mentor these girls, do you have that sort of reflection mode where sometimes you ask yourself, is it me or is it them?
I mean, definitely, especially when it's a human to human being job, right? Like it's not products. Both of us are, there's a lot of emotions involved, and sometimes it gets to work. For me, I try to keep it as business as possible, but as like you said, as a mentor and also be a mother agency. So there's a lot of
And you build that relationship.
Yeah, and you train them from scratch. So you see them from day one, like a baby, and then you see them through like all the training. You spend time with them, tutoring, mentoring, a lot of money involved as well, like sending them to this place, that place, and then getting sponsors, which are, we are not paid when we get sponsors for our models and artists. And then, even like nowadays we are going, hold their hand and then teach them social media, how you build your personal branding.
Because that's so important nowadays. Brands expect models to also post online and be engaging and fun and know how to do transitions. Not easy.
Yeah, so I think
I'm learning.
There's a lot of work, and there's a lot of resources that is given. And of course, when someone leaves, there's a lot of reflection. Like there's a lot of self-doubt as well. Like, am I not doing it right? Have I given too much, or am I not giving enough? Like, why?
And so, would you say in the past 13 years? Has your leadership style or mentoring style changed? And what is the change?
I don't know. I think I tried to change for a bit because I was meeting with a lot of mother agencies from over the world. So what other agencies will be doing is that every year they'll do like scouting trips where they'll come to Singapore and see our models and see whether they're interested to bring them over to the country. And then we would talk. Like it's like exchange lah. So
so you learn from actually in the industry but different countries so that you gain more perspective to apply to your work.
Yes. I mean it's interesting when you hear it from like leaders from other markets and see how they're running their business and how they're managing the team.
Absolutely.
And the funny thing is I realized that we are doing a lot more than what they are doing. Like the investments wise, we are pumping so much more as compared to some other like agencies from China, from Korea, where they're not spending so much on flying the models overseas.
But do you think like the talent pool overseas is way bigger than in Singapore?
Definitely, Singapore's so small, right?
Yeah. And
I think the mindset of how fashion models are viewed as a profession has not been established in Singapore. Like in China and Korea, it's mature. So they get it. Like Taiwan is mature. Hong Kong at one point, they had paparazzi. So every model will become a celebrity model once you kind of like hook up with celebrity. Singapore, we don't have paparazzi. And then we are not very supportive by governments. Like when we pitch into school talks, like say, hey, we want to go in and we want to do a grooming course. We are not in any of the categories.
Oh, so not even in etiquette class?
There's no. What are we part of? We're not health. We're not fitness. We're not nothing.
Arts.
We're not arts.
Creative.
They don't view us. Okay, that's what I thought. Like they don't view us as art. So like in every way, we are kind of like shunned. We are not conventional, and we're also not unconventional enough to spark interest from like media. I mean, people know like fashion model, and usually it doesn't link up with very good names like good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say if somebody, a potential audience wants to be a model, is there an age to start with?
There is.
Okay, what is that age?
I
think I'm way past that already.
How old are you now?
Walao, say on television. I tell you, I'm 29 years old for the past 7 years.
好像不是哦。
当然不是啦。I have a 12-year-old son. I'm definitely not 29. But it's okay.
Maintain pretty well.
I look
yes.
quite alright.
You look quite 20s.
Thank you. Oh
20s.
my god! I love you already.
It's PR.
你要 PR 你就 go all the way， 你不要给我一半一半。
你不是很censored吗？
是很censored。OK， 可以。
Yeah.
Yes. So what is that magic number? The age.
Well, I mean, for our open casting this year, every year we have an open casting, so we will set an age requirement.
Okay, so what's your age requirement?
This year it was 26.
Okay, 26.
To start.
Okay.
So I mean.
How you mean you don't accept any younger?
We do. So the max is 26, and then for female is 14 to 26. For male is 16 to 26.
Wow, 14. You think a girl starting at 14, it's matured enough?
The youngest that I've trained was 12. And then our top model, Imaging Bradshaw, I was managing her when she was 13. And now she's 30.
Oh my god. You say her age, never mind. Hey, my daughter is 10. Okay, another few more
4
years. I send to you.
4 years. Is she tall?
Obviously, I am 1.7. My husband is 181.
Oh,
so
good genes.
My kid will be relatively tall.
Good genes.
Yeah.
Okay, we are very safe and nurturing environment.
Sure, I can see that you already learned from your peers in the different countries.
Yes.
And best, you send them overseas. I love that.
We spend a lot of money on that.
Exposure.
Maybe you can help us save half.
I see whether my daughter worthy to invest in or not.
It's okay.
She must produce more TikTok videos.
Less than your Switzerland trip.
I don't say that. So I was just sharing with her, I spent quite a fair bit on my Switzerland trip. Okay, anyway. So coming back to this, the youngest age that a girl can start off is 14 years old. Do you think that in the modeling industry, there's an expiry date? That means you're too old to model.
I don't think so. Like, especially nowadays. I just had this conversation with one of my girls yesterday.
Okay.
I think back in the days when I first started, most of the models will stop modeling around 28. That was in the olden days.
Okay.
And then nowadays, where the brands are, embracing diversity, embracing, all types of, age, looks, etc. There is definitely an extension and a longevity to the career.
But how much more extension?
A lot more. Like, you can see, like, there was 2 seasons, especially like last year and then earlier this year. I was actively looking for grandmas. I also put it on social media because the brands that we are working with. So, for example, if you are having our fashion week in September, right? In around May, June, we will get the brief from the casting agents. So your usual, like your Chanel, your MS, your LV, whatever brand, Celine, they will all come in.
Looking for much older
There
women.
were seasons where they will come in and say that, hey, we are looking for older women. So I think that was like, it's also quite obvious that if you actually look at campaigns nowadays, there are a lot of brands that are focusing on getting models which are around 30s.
Really?
Some of the brands in Singapore too, they don't want models who are too young because their target audience are not the younger ones anymore.
Yes, because the 30s are the ones that can spend now.
Yeah, with buying power.
Wow.
And certain brand image is just not meant for like Gen Zs. Like office
Absolutely.
ladies and
Absolutely.
like working adults and the slightly more mature
Yeah, it's too
women.
skibbity already.
Wow, what term have you learned?
I'm learning it from my daughter.
Yeah, you're so Sigma.
Oh my god! Not bad, not
My kid is 12 years old too.
Yes, that's right. That's why as parents we need to be current, huh? Yeah.
So tiring.
Okay, so coming to modeling, right? Do you think is nurture or nature?
Both. Fashion models are born.
Born.
Fashion models are born.
So what is a fashion model? Maybe you can share with our audience
So
first.
fashion models who needs to be tall and they need to have a certain proportion. There's nothing you can do about proportions. Like if you are, born with that, you're born with that. So certain girls.
So what are the proportions?
Well, I mean, ideally, 3'7", which is insane, or 4'6" would be great. You will hear like, some people have
3'7" is 什么?
3'7", like you have super long legs. But that is like insane. Like usual would be normal would be 6'4".
Okay.
But you've heard like some people saying that they have 5'5", right? Like 5'5".
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you will
yeah.
look the same proportion on top and bottom, and the proportion when it comes to like fashion catalogs and when you wear sample sizes, it just doesn't look great.
Okay.
So that's why I say like fashion models are born. And height is genetics.
Okay, so what is the height that is the magic number?
For girls, ideally, I think in the Asian market it starts from 170.
Oh,
And then-
I'm barely hitting it, man.
You're 170?
I'm 170.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proportion is great actually.
Oh,
At least it's not 5'5".
Hey, you can tell I have
Can
very
tell.
short body. Obviously, you can tell. Yeah,
Which is good.
yeah, but when I sit down, I look short. I try to sit very straight already.
But it's good.
My leg long.
You can stretch your leg.
Yeah.
Or skimming a
But
bit.
yeah, when I
Yeah.
sit down, I feel a bit short. Yeah.
But yeah.
Now I try to sit straight. Okay, so what is that magic number? For girls, 170. For boys?
So for girls in the Asian market, 170 is great. If we are talking about Europe market, 175 and above is great. To 183. Anything more than 183, it's a little bit too tall.
Oh,
in fact, like
really?
Asia market, 181 is maximum. So we have like Casey and we have Chloe. These 2 girls in the agency, which is 181.
No,
They-
they are 181.
They're 181.
She don't look like 181 in the
Ha.
photos. In the photos. Oops, I'm sorry.
You can get her on your show next time.
Okay.
Yeah, so these 2 girls are 181. So in Asian market, when we first started, it was difficult because most of the sample sizes will be too short for them. But when we send them to Europe, they get bookings right away because that's like the typical height for the European sample sizes. And they love that. So for boys wise, in Asia market, 180 and above.
180.
And then for Europe, it will be 186 and above.
Wow. So exciting. So, okay, you mentioned it's a lot of nature. What about
Nature.
the nurturing part?
Nurture is what we do.
Okay.
So you need to be born to have the proportions with the height. The nurture part will be the skill sets, the mindset,
What are the skill sets?
the ability to perform,
To pose,
to your posing, your catwalk. How do you? I think also basic etiquette.
how do you treat people?
How do you work with strangers all the time in a different environment? Because when they go in for photo shoots, it's always different people.
Oh, so what are some basic ones that you could share?
In terms of
Like basic etiquette that, it's so obvious, but then maybe not everybody know.
I think so obvious is like you go in, you need to greet your hello and your goodbye and your thank you. These are like the basic stuff, and we are so particular about it. And then second thing is punctuality, which I'm guilty because I'm late today.
Yeah, 15
minutes
minutes.
late, I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay, it's
but
okay.
punctuality, I think, is something that a lot of I wouldn't even say Gen Zs, but a lot of people don't understand how important it is to be punctual if you're on set. Because once you're late, you're delaying everybody's time. And then if they have OT, then I cannot charge that because you're late. So so that's one thing. Other stuff like bringing your stuff that you're told to, these are really, honestly to me, it's pretty much a common sense. That if you're being told to bring your heels, bring your stick-ons, your nude bra, make sure that you bring it. But yeah. But we do have a training program that we teach everything that they need to know, and that would be, it's a 5 weeks, 6 weeks training.
So the 5 to 6 weeks training, how frequent is it?
We only
every day, or is it once a week? How does it go? Maybe you can share for aspiring models, wannabes. You can actually go to Bonita's training program. How does it work?
It's super intensive. It happens only once a year because that's only the only time that I have to allocate to spend time on training.
And let me ask you this question: do you take in everyone?
No.
Oh, you mean I still need to go for a
Casting.
to be involved in the training program?
Casting to be assessed, and then we'll decide whether we're interested, and then we'll offer. So
not everybody can attend this training program, even if they apply.
If they apply, that will be via the academy. So we have 2 ways.
Okay.
So every year we have 3 different routes to come into the agency. We have a social media contest that happens early every year. So that is a global submission where we get applicants all over the world. They'll send in their stuff, and we will pick the top 2 winners with the highest public vote will win a modeling contract, and then they'll be in for the training.
Okay.
The other one is the open casting. It's a very, I think it's known among the Gen Zs that they know that every year we have an open casting where all the models or anyone model 1Bs will come in, and then they get assessed. It's on TikTok Live as well. And if we're interested in them, we'll offer, and they'll come in for a 6-week intensive, 5 to 6 week intensive training program.
Every day?
Every single day. Every single day for 6 weeks.
How long each day? Just thinking whether I want to send my daughter next time.
It's insane though.
It's insane?
It's insane.
But you know what? I think that there are some good traits because there's a lot of hard work, determination, discipline, and learning to fail gracefully over and over again. It's very important part of life.
Yes.
Because when you go for a certain audition, you will not always be casted. Sometimes you are not perfect, not suitable, not about whether you are pretty or not. So how do you take failure gracefully? Is this something that you teach your models?
We teach rejections. How do you handle rejections, and why are you being rejected? I think at the end of the day is, as agency, because we are not, we do have academy, but we are not education system. The main thing is we are supported with an agency. We have a vision that we are training models so that we can pitch them in for jobs easily, right? So everything is to prep them on a professional basis, as not so much, like to nurture a hobby or whatnot. One thing that we constantly ask them to do is that you need to reflect, you need to keep track. Like if you're going in for, 1,000 castings, like why are you not being selected? What have you done right? What have you done wrong? And then when is it you? When is it not you?
But will the client actually say the real reason why they rejected you?
So that's the thing, like we do it during the training where we send them in for industry assessments, and then clients will come back with feedbacks. That's the only time, like otherwise clients won't tell you after that.
Yeah.
They will not, why would they bother? It's not their job, they have no obligation, right? But in the training system, we have industry partners coming in. And so thankful for them. Thank you so much. We have like our magazine editors, our e-com partners, our commercial production houses, photographers, fashion stylists, like all kinds of industry partners coming in just to see them for who they are and cast them for real jobs. And if they like them, they'll book them. And if they don't like them, we have a grading sheet that will give us their feedbacks, which is so valuable because then we learn.
Yeah, you're never gonna get this feedback
You're
anywhere.
never gonna get
And that's about
feedback.
life as well. You need a lot of feedback.
But
Yeah.
nobody gives you. So sometimes you need to do a lot of reflection on your own, and it might not be accurate.
Wow. Okay, it's been like super interesting. And if somebody wants to, grow their career, do you think that there is a career in Singapore for being a model?
Yes. I mean, that's what we have been doing very successfully. We have right now around 25 to 30 full-time models,
Okay.
which, in 13 years ago, it will be almost impossible because initially to get the parents' approval is so hard. Like it's nobody has heard of being a fashion model as a full-time job in Singapore. But I think one thing that we always want to stress on is how important social media is.
Yes.
When it comes to modeling.
Especially now.
Especially now and moving on. Like, this is something that we have been advocating for since past 2 or 3 years, ever since COVID. And there is a transition that if you want to have the longevity as a modeling career, it needs to be supported by social media.
Wow. So, now being a model is not easy because not only do I need to be born 170 cm,
And
on
above.
top of that, and I have to have 3'7" proportions. On top of that, I need to have a good attitude, nice, speak to people, greet, thank you.
You're scaring all my...
Wait, I'm just saying that it takes a lot, and on
Yes.
top of that, right, I need to have the skill set of looking at trends, knowing how to edit videos, and positioning the brand. I'm just trying to say this is such a, it's not an easy job.
But it's a job. I think, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Jobs are difficult. It's supposed to be difficult.
Yes, and it is something that if you can master it, right, it's really a skill set. That's what I'm trying to say.
It is. Thank
okay,
you.
Did
Thank
it
you.
not come across this way?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so wow, I think it's beautiful to see. For your agency, what is your next vision for the agency? Because you've been doing this for 13 years, you have 30 models full-time. What's next for you?
Well, that's a big question. We have been constantly participating in a lot of projects. So we have a YouTube series called Making Up Model. We have been through season 4 already. Next year we are rolling season 5. And the whole point of us rolling out this season again, it's really to educate and share a little bit more on the insights of modeling industry. How difficult it is, not just for the models, but for the model agency as well. Because a lot of models out there has been talking about, the struggles, the challenges, the harsh cruelty of a modeling scene, but not a lot of model agencies have shared our perspective. So I think that would be the major project that we are rolling for 2026.
Okay, I will watch out for that. And
Like and subscribe, thank you.
we'll like and subscribe, and also put it in this video link once it is out.
Okay.
Okay, and on top of that, right, already knowing your next plans and having a couple models under your agency, what would you say is one biggest milestone you had?
We have so many.
Okay, one of the few.
So many milestones, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have done
Tell me a saucy, juicy story.
maybe then
Okay.
probably about this Layla.
Okay.
Layla Ong, she's now pregnant and she's now not retired yet, but she's giving a baby out.
Yes.
Delivering
So
a baby.
how do models deal with pregnancy and motherhood? Share with us.
It's crazy. So we that was a huge milestone because she's the first Singapore model to work for Gucci on the International Fashion Week.
Pregnant?
No lah.
Oh, okay.
No lah. How?
Oh, yeah.
I don't dare.
That would be amazing.
You're crazy.
Okay.
No,
but that's
no.
your goal.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
太risky了,
太risky lah.
Okay. So she worked for Gucci. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. How tall is she?
She's 175.
Wow.
But in Europe context, she's not the tallest.
Yes.
So most of the we are competing with Chinese, Koreans, Japanese. We're talking about Beifang girls. We are 180 and above.
Beifang?
Like Chinese girls.
Beifang?
Yeah.
So my Chinese is not very good, so I
know.
didn't hear.
So it's Chinese, okay. Chinese
okay,
girls.
Chinese. Bei,
Yeah.
north side.
Oh, doesn't matter lah. So
Okay.
Chinese girls.
Okay.
They're very tall. So when we are going into Europe, there'll be girls who are usually at 178 and above.
Okay.
Girls who are shorter, unless you have a very strong presence, you will not be easily confirmed for a show. So what happened for a case was when we first signed her, I saw a lot of potential. She had a very unique look. But back then, Singapore models were still struggling in that phase where they embrace Pan-Asian looks and not so much on Singapore Asian looks. So it will be more favorable towards like the mixed girls. So when we first signed her, saw a lot of potential, but it wasn't working in Singapore. We had her in Singapore for around like 3 months without a single job. After the training, so it's bad. Then
Did she want to leave?
no. So that's the thing. Like we packed in a lot of like test shoots. The photographers liked the look. A lot of photographers worked a lot with her on test shoots, but nothing was paid. When we pitched out to paid clients, they're just not interested. They didn't buy the look. So we sent her over to London, and then where she started to finally pick up like some jobs. And then we got her back to Singapore again, and we put her on the show Asian Next Top Model.
Oh.
So she was on Asian Next Top Model,
Okay.
but she was eliminated very quickly because she's not a TV girl.
Okay.
Because rolling 24-hour is insane, so she couldn't take it. But in between, like when she's out of the show, before the show was released, we can't share about it, right? That's when we got Gucci coming in.
Wow.
So Gucci said they wanted to cast her, they didn't want to confirm her, they wanted to cast her, so they flew her over to Milan for the casting.
Wow.
All paid for.
Okay.
But after the casting, she had to come back and wait. So that was supposed to be, I can't remember which season was it, but it was happening. I think we flew her in, I can't remember lah. But anyway, so then
It took a few months.
it took 2 months before the show. They flew her in for the casting, and she came back. And then I did a pact. I was like, okay, if she's going to get in, I'm going to cut beef for 6 months. I did a pact.
Why?
I don't know.
And you love
just
beef
do some
lah.
contributions.
So you love beef lah?
Yeah, I love beef.
Okay.
So I did a pact, and then she got the show, and then she flew in. But the thing about Fashion Week is, I think fashion industry insiders will know, until the second that you walk up for the show, we will not know whether you're going to be doing the
Really
show
walking.
or not.
Oh
yes,
my
they can
God,
cancel
the
you.
anxiety.
Yeah, they can cancel you like backstage.
Oh my God.
So I was talking to all my press, my magazine friends. I said, I have something big happening. Are you in Milan right now? Because like magazines will fly over, right? Those were the good times lah. So they will fly over a lot of magazines, editors. And then I was like, I will tell you like after a girl walked. And if you want to do any interview, because it's going to be such a big thing, right? I think she needs to have some credit for it.
Absolutely.
So then we were standbying like all the magazines, and when she walked, immediately I was like WhatsApping all my magazines, say, hey, we have a Singapore girl on Gucci.
Amazing.
So that was the biggest milestone.
Wow, to be on an international
Yes.
brand stage and Fashion Week in Milan is every girl's dream or
Yes.
a model's dream.
It's a model's dream. I think it's a huge milestone for Singapore modeling scene as well.
Okay, can I ask you something a bit saucy?
Money?
Yeah.
I knew it.
So, is the money good?
Money is decent.
Ooh.
Money was decent, but the thing was, what came after it? It's not just walking for that show. It's the attention she got right away once she's on that show. After so many months of pushing, right, it's just not working. And then Asian Next Top Model wasn't out yet by then. And then nothing. There wasn't any like, bam. There's nothing for me to push. But we knew like this girl is going to work well. Until when Gucci happened, then immediately everything else came in.
Wow.
Everything else,
All
like,
the brands a bit
all the brands.
肤浅 ah.
No, it's like instant, like the show happened at midnight. I think it was our midnight, their afternoon.
Yeah.
So I was on standby watching a show. 走了, okay, walk. Then I start texting. That was I think 1-2 a.m. And then immediately like from 2 a.m. until 4-5 a.m. all my emails will come in from global brands.
Wow.
And the global agencies that just saw her walk, they will all come in and say, hey, is this girl interested to come to Paris? Is she interested to come to Spain? Is she interested to come to da-da-da-da?
So sometimes it's really not about the money because it's about the opportunities that come after.
Yes, but the money wasn't bad for that show. It was decent.
So do you think that somebody can really survive purely doing modeling
Yes,
as a career?
as a career, but you need to be very disciplined. I think,
Oh, can I ask you something about discipline?
yeah.
need to like, you know,
Measurements,
control your food, she cannot take sugar, all this. Yes.
Have you seen you need to follow some of our models.
Yeah, I'm
though.
going to follow now. I'm going to start learning.
They eat like crazy.
Oh, really? They eat like crazy? What do they eat? McDonald's?
Anything.
Serious? So you don't need to really control your
But I
diet?
think by right, you need to lah. But like I said, some models
Because
are
I'm a
born.
bit conscious there. Last
You're
night,
doing well.
my friend eat supper, I only take one spicy McNugget. Because
Why?
I'm not a supper person.
Oh, I am. I know the struggle.
Yeah.
And I think the worst part is Fashion Week is always happening after Chinese New Year.
Whoa.
And then after Christmas, and then countdown, and then Chinese New Year. So
the bakwa, the pineapple
party,
tart,
your champagne, and then your dinner, your
Then how? Then
lao.
how? But you know, don't they need to be in a certain proportion? Then you say need discipline, but you can say eat everything. How is
Okay,
that possible?
I don't say eat everything, but they are eating everything. That's why I say some models are born. Like some models just have higher metabolism.
Correct.
Like Casey
It's
is
true.
crazy. Casey is eating like freak. Like she's not controlling, but she's just skinny.
Okay, but are there models that control the diet?
There are models that will put on weight very easily, and you
Oh.
can tell. Like once after a festive season, they wouldn't dare come in for casting, for measurements. So
So you have measurements how often?
we have measurements every time when we need to send them out for placement, because we need to answer to the global agencies, right? So if I'm going to send a girl for example, of a measurements of her waist at 24, her hips at 35, and then when they receive the girl at 37 hips, they're not going to like
It's
it.
like not very authentic.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
okay,
your
I got it.
reality versus
Yeah.
expectations, right?
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
then they are going to bounce back. Some agencies will say no, 货不对版啊.
Yeah.
Then they will,
Refund.
yeah, they will, can you fly her back? She's not going to work.
Oh, no.
Or they might cut their pocket money if they're going to go into a certain country where they promise to give like pocket money every week, for like eat or grocery or whatever. They might stop the pocket money. I think to them it's just fair. Like I invested a certain amount to have this quality, and when you came in, you are not as what you promised. Then you need to do something
So you
about
better
it.
cut it lah.
Yeah,
That's quite fair. You give them a
I
chance.
honestly feel it's fair, but there would be models who saying that this is inhumane. But I was like, this is part of your job.
Yeah, I mean, this is your full-time job. You
This is your
should have
job.
to maintain.
Yeah.
And is there a particular gym regime for your models in general?
We do work with a lot of gyms for sponsorships, Pilates, and whatnot. But I think at the end of the day, it's really about self-discipline. No matter how much you work out, and if you're going to supper at 12 midnight, you're going to party, you have your booze and until 4 a.m. How good can you look? So it's not just about. Sometimes it's not about how much you work out.
It's also about your lifestyle,
Yes.
enough sleep, and
Yes,
things like that.
yes.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
Which I'm guilty.
Wow, I learned so many things about this industry.
Would you still want your daughter to be part of it?
I mean, I don't mind if that's what she wants. Ultimately, at the end of the day, for parents, we can encourage support, send lots of love. And I would love that she go through lots of life experiences. And I think that, this is from me, she didn't pay me to say this, okay? Is that as a model, you probably can work so many different kinds of jobs, fly to different countries and have the exposure. To me, it's honing of perspective.
Yes.
And that's something that I value. I was a model before.
I know, I heard.
I did like 1 or 2 gigs lah. I was a model for Smile Card SO.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you know what? This is so funny. The shoot was, I'm thankful I did the second day because the guy who did the first day forgot to put seatbelt.
Oh my god.
Yes, so they had to reshoot. Then the next day he said, hey, remember to wear seatbelt. He was so nice to tell me. So I wore the seatbelt and I only shoot once. So unprofessional, they forgot. And it's so important because it's on the small card. You have to wear the seatbelt. Yeah, so I was this smiley girl. And that was one of my first few experiences with Prinette. Because I'm a bit too short for runway.
Can do actually. You just
A bit
need to-
short lah, a bit short. And my look not very edgy, I guess. So yeah. At that time.
Yeah.
And at that time, I had this cute baby fat.
You package it well.
Very cute baby fats that wouldn't go away. So I didn't look too chiseled lah. Actually, in fact, now
But I think it's fine. Like nowadays when modeling, it's it's not just about.
toning, contouring.
Besides that, I say like not just about teens. Like 20s, 30s, they're always looking for different kind of faces.
Okay, so got
Yeah.
potential lah.
You can try lah.
Can try, but won't get accepted.
But like content creator earns a lot more.
Huh? Content creator.
Yeah.
I think, as you mentioned, it's complementary.
Yes, it's complementary.
Yes. And just now, going back to Leila, you actually mentioned that she is now pregnant. So with that being said, then the transition period, she needs to do content creation also for her pregnancy, the products that she used maybe?
Yeah, but the thing is, she's not a very content creator girl. So we do have girls who really don't like it. They will have a high following, but they are not constantly posting because they are not someone that likes to share.
Then you're not engaging your audience.
So I think that's a sad thing. Like, you could have done so much more, but we try lah. I mean, you can't really force someone to be someone they're not, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is the guidance that we give. I think what's interesting is that we see the girls through like different life stages. You know, from when they were students, and then to them going for the graduation, the prom night. We try to get their dresses. You see them with their first boyfriend, and then breakups, lots of breakups, and then more boyfriends and more breakups, and then first placements, and then now it's on a different life stage where she has a family.
So you really journey with them, leh?
Yeah, like the mom lah.
You have been in this industry long enough. If you have an advice to give to your younger self or to the model that is young, what would you say?
To the model that is young. To the model...
Okay, you can say to that camera there, straight in.
To the model that is young, listen to your agent. Listen to your agent's advice. Like, they're here to help you. Don't fight them.
Okay,
Yeah.
And to your younger self, younger Bonita, what would you have said?
I have no advice for myself. I think every
You have no advice for yourself?
No, I think every lesson learned is important. Yeah.
Okay, so share with us one greatest lesson you have learned.
Wow. One greatest lesson I've learned as a business owner or
Yes, in life, in general, anything.
in life.
Yeah. As a business owner also can.
As a business owner,
Yes.
is that you need to find a good accountant.
Ooh.
Yeah. We had a stumble with it.
Because you are a creative person, I would say.
Kind of.
Yeah, look at you, quite creative lah.
Thank you.
Okay, and then you train models. I would
Yes.
say that you are more creative than accounts.
No, I
Oh.
actually do all my. I'm involved in every single thing. So I was on a one-man show for many years. I did my own finance. I did my website. I did my own com card, my marketing, my hustling, my PR, my daily.
You had to learn everything lah.
Everything.
Anyway, being a business owner
You
is
have to,
about
yes.
包个料 lah.
Yes, yes,
learn
yes,
everything,
yes.
do
Yeah.
everything. But how do you balance the creativity and the entrepreneurial mind of yours?
I think it just came very naturally, though.
Oh.
Yeah, there was no struggle. Like, especially in Singapore context, I feel like going back, like I'm from Hong Kong, so I came from a background where.
You came from Hong Kong?
I'm Hongkie. I grew up in Hong Kong. My dad is a Hongkie.
You know, you're the only person that would call yourself a honky because
Yes.
my Hong Konger friends say that it is very offensive. Okay.
Yeah, to me it's nothing.
You're a very accepting friend.
Yeah, thank
okay,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
You can say yourself lah, but I
Yeah,
won't say
yeah,
it.
yes, I guess,
Okay,
yes, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I grew up in Hong Kong for my childhood days. So it's very vibrant. It's paparazzi, and there are a lot to. Well, you will definitely read newspapers, and I grew up in that setting where we are, constantly seeing how brands will do things in creative ways. I mean, as comparatively to what Singapore advertising.
Very traditional.
Yes, very traditional.
Paparazzi is illegal.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I mean, that's why
And there's POFMA in Singapore.
Yes, but well, I mean,
what I say.
that's why I feel like when the perspective of model agency owners in Singapore and versus like Hong Kong model agency owners and other parts of Asia would be quite different. Like here, it's very safe. They do things in a very traditional way. So I embrace that. I did that as well, but I twisted it around with how a honky would do things. So I punched in a lot of, I was constantly talking to brands and see how we can collaborate. We did a lot of, going in for, like last year we worked with a juice brand.
Okay.
We launched a juice.
You launch a juice.
Under Basic Model's name.
Wow.
I was like think back, I was like, why did I do it? But yeah, but that was interesting.
Okay.
And then we did a lot of collaborations with, all kinds of brands. We did with a fashion label in Singapore. We did it at Eve Arcade, and then we launched our capsule collection.
Wow.
So I was constantly finding like different ways to work with different brands.
And that's also new business revenue rather than just focusing on one.
I don't think that was
stream?
revenue. That was really just branding.
Branding.
Yeah, it's branding. Like how we
So
brand the
that
agency.
means the revenue not a lot lah.
Yeah, not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. 不要来做我的 agency，不赚钱的。
It's a passion.
It's a I constantly like working on things like that because it's a passion project. But that was
It's not a project lah.
we do passion
It's
projects.
your passion baby, committed, devoted 12, 13 years already.
Yeah.
And so if people would like to hear more secrets about the modeling industry, about your agency, the way you run it, I know you have a book and my Mandarin is not the best, but let me try. 新加坡模特经济是这样炼成的。
对。
Yes. Yeah, anyway, this is your book.
应该是我送你，不是？
是，谢谢。But I took it out from here, okay? And I heard that you have an upcoming book that people like me can read one. Because this one gonna take me...
You can try this with your PSLE kid, man.
Okay, this one truly gonna take me at least 3 years to complete.
It's okay, my artist manager is not done with this yet.
Really? Okay, so you have a book that's in English that's for people like me to read.
Yes.
That book is called...
Not out yet.
Oh, cannot say
That's not out yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still in writing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I still don't have the title.
Don't have. This is in English. This is the Confessions of a Model Booker. So
Confessions of
Of
a
a Model
Model Booker.
Booker, yes.
So all the saucy stories inside.
the gossips are in, but you will have the informational, educational stuff as well. Like
And the
how-
gossips.
Plus the gossips. The gossips will always be there.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. I don't know, what kind of gossip will there be? Just give me a teaser from a modeling
Well, why we stopped going to certain countries for castings. The few that we talked about, you know, the girl that was backstage and she left the agency when she was in
You
the
wrote
midst
about
of,
her inside ah?
Of course.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is
she
she like some-
deserves like a chapter.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she has a chapter!
Just a chapter.
Okay.
And then, you know, like how we deal with clients and why, you know, clients are not always bosses.
I know, okay, off topic a little bit lah,
Why-
okay?
why?
Is there a brand that is like, you know, wow, very unrealistic, very hard to work with? Don't need to name the brand. I mean, you want also can lah. But name the experience of a brand that is, wow, so difficult to work with.
这么多啊
Choose 一个.
So difficult to work with.
Yeah, or like damn unreasonable, the most unreasonable thing you have ever seen.
That happens every day though. Every day. I don't think it's brands. I think it's people.
Oh.
People who are working.
Okay, give me one example of a very, what made you like just from your this face to an angry face.
I
Hey, by the
don't-
way, you got angry face or not?
Yeah, I have
Okay, I
angry
want to
face.
see. 来看一下.
Angry face is expressionless. This is 不会，我现在
So
就是
this is angry.
This is chill.
This is peaceful.
This is chill. Yeah.
Got anybody see your face a bit like you know?
Fishball.
No. No.
Not feeling the blazer.
No. Like RBF lah.
All the time.
Oh.
All the time.
Yeah.
But I heard.
You know when you first came in, I was
Yeah.
like, wow, a bit fierce. But actually I realized, actually you're peaceful.
Who comes in bouncing like a clown?
Me!
Oh,
I'm like,
sorry.
hello everyone, right? No?
Okay, but yeah, there's a talent and agent difference. Your agent won't start bouncing in like hi everyone. You won't do that, right? We're
Okay.
hi.
Okay. So yes, tell me one jialat one.
假了，我想
jialat
不到
one.
了。
You must give a chapter to them ah.
Wait, let me see 啊，我有骂人嘛？这边应该有骂过很多人吧？
Wait, I still haven't seen her angry face eh. Angry 一下可以吗？
莫名其妙为什么要生气
Because when I angry, oh my god, you don't want to see my face.
？Is it?
Yeah.
I think because you're usually very smartly.
Yeah, so when
So
I'm
there will be
stern
a-
on,
yeah.
wow.
But like-
You from far away can feel my aura already. I angry already. I walk in, 有那个杀气。
会吗？我生气的时候有杀气吗？
有吗？
不会哈。
I think 你只是会一直叹气。
我只能说我老了，你老了之后你真的没有那么多气了。
Actually, I must say.
Yeah, like
with
the older
age-
you get, right?
Yes.
Like you're like
With
fuck lah.
age, right, you are like more peaceful. I'm so demure and peaceful.
Especially
right
when
now.
you have kids.
Yes, they train your patience.
Yes, they train your patience. Oh my god.
That they play Monopoly, my daughter. She can also be upset. Don't touch my cards.
At least your daughter can play Monopoly. My kid would just.
I tell you something. Have you ever seen people play Monopoly? So strategical. the Monopoly card asks you, hey, you can choose any location you can land on, and if you land on it, either you got to pay or you got to buy lah.
Yeah.
She cover all the cards one eh. Got ever seen people play Monopoly like that or not?
Kids are like that.
Wow, then okay, I follow their strategy.
You have the patience to play Monopoly.
Of course,
Oh
so
my
I
God.
play them. Then both my kids cover, right? Then against my husband, he was supposed to choose. Then I also copy them. I cover mine also, so my husband had to.
3 kids at home, man.
Yeah, I'm a kid. Yes. Okay, so 来爆料的一个 give me a saucy story.
Difficult clients, difficult clients.
Or very unreasonable people in the
Oh my
industry that
God,
you've met.
so many. Oh, okay. Then I can talk about. I'll talk about one that I had shared many times.
Okay.
When we first started the agency, when we were still struggling, I was pregnant. The year that we started the agency, I was pregnant. So I was heavily pregnant. So the timing 是真的蛮大啦. So, but because it was first year and I was being super introverted, I hate going for my media events and you know, like mingling and hustle and whatnot. But I had to do it because it's my own agency, right? So I started going for that, for all those stuff. And then we tried so hard to break into a fashion week because we were not allowed to even send models in for fashion week, for casting, not even for casting. And that was really frustrating. And then one of the photographers that I was working with, he was very nice lah. He was like, hey, you know, we have this party now. And then I know that one of the show producers is there, you know, like you want to come down or not? And I can, you know, hook you up. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I went down.
And you were pregnant? In a club?
It's not a club, it was a venue lah. So it was a normal venue. And then I went in he was very nice to connect, but his only job was to, this is this guy, this is that girl, talk, and then he left.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, then, you know, got to push myself to do it.
But he very nice, right? He made
still
the
very
introduction.
nice, yeah. But he did an introduction, but that's the end of his job lah. So I think he's just still very nice guy.
Okay.
And then it was quite awkward because he just left like after that, and it was like, okay, you guys talk, and then he left. So that show producer was with his assistant or with his colleague, and I was right away. I was like, hey, I am, you know, from a new agency, and you know, he apparently knew who I was. Later on, there's a backstory to it. He apparently knew who I was, but they have been ignoring my emails and my WhatsApp and whatsoever because they didn't really want to cast my girls. And I said, hey, can you give us a chance to at least like send the girls down for castings? You know, just try lah, you know, just to give a bit of support. It's not going to take you much time because I know that they're going to have castings anyway. You're going to see like other agency models, just see our models as well, Ken. And then he was like, he didn't say much. He was like, and then he left, didn't say bye, and then left me with the assistant. So I was asking the assistant, so when's the casting? Like, can I send my girls down? And then, and say, yeah, I can. I was like, how many models can I send down? And she didn't talk. She just looked away and she said, I was like,
4?
Yeah. She looked away. She'd just be like that.
Wow. So it's like, you know, don't even know how to treat somebody as a human level.
Yeah. Like, I that's the thing that I was very puzzled. Like, you know, regardless whether we are a new agency or not, it's a human being versus human being. In this kind of setting, wouldn't you be just, you know, courteous and say, yeah, sure, you can send 4. It was just a liner.
Wait, now let me ask you. Now that, you know, you've grown your agency 13 years later, this person still in the industry or not? Got ever asked you to want to book your girls or not?
So that's the thing.
Now, like, please, can send 4 over? Is it like that?
So that's the thing. Like, after that, right, like, we sent in for that. I think after around like 3 months later, 6 months later, we realized that, oh, that guy was starting his agency and he was tapping to sign my top girls.
Oh my God.
So he wasn't supportive because, and we had that a lot, you know, like throughout the whole journey of.
And he didn't tell you?
Obviously.
No, but I think like it would be nice lah if, you know, you keep on asking to send your girls and ask to support. I say, hey, actually, I want to be frank and open with you.
I mean, if he's going to be like this kind of attitude, right, then obviously he wouldn't. Why would he volunteer to give me that information? But we had that a lot, like throughout the whole. Like, anyway, his agency closed, so.
Oh, so he's no longer around. That's why lah, you give people the like that and you give that, you sure don't survive lah.
Yeah.
What I learned from you today is truly that if you want to be a model or a model agent or whichever, or in life, treat people with respect, the basic things. Please, thank you, I love you, to your partners. Now she didn't say it, I said. Okay, so thank you so much for your sharing. I had lots of fun, and probably I might, you know, just sign my daughter over. Only take some failure from you lah.
She need to try the own casting first, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're gonna play some games.
Oh no, okay, yes. Have a game, huh? Okay,
yes, we have a game. Okay, so we are gonna play a game. We're gonna try something new. Inside these are photos of celebrities when they were younger,
Okay.
and also some of my team members. So you need to discern whether they are celebrities or team members.
Okay.
Average people lah,
Okay.
not models lah.
Okay.
Okay, the very first one.
So what am I going to decide? Like, are they
Celebrity or team member? They may not be here lah.
哈，哇，好难哦。
You need to see from the young.
What- so
有没有
who are they?
potential?
哦。
有没有 potential 这个
This is too underage for me though. 我觉得这个不准哎。Okay, this
Okay, but
celebrity.
never mind. You just see
Okay, celebrity.
celebrity. 锵锵锵锵 It's Jisoo.
哦，Jisoo. Okay.
喂，不错哎。Okay, and of course, as a caveat, these children are way too young.
It's way too
but it's
young.
okay.
Yes.
Now I'm grooming you for the even younger age.
哈，我很难哎。
Okay, now I next one. Okay, this one. 像不像 like you know Korean star 还是什么
Are they Korean stars or are they Chinese stars or what?
cannot give so much.
这个很像我们的 Singapore Zoo 的。
Correct. So you would just say team member.
Yes, team member.
You are right. It's a team member. Wow, quite clever. 这个后面像 Singapore Zoo. Actually, it wasn't very obvious
Yeah.
But quite cute this boy.
Okay 啦，quite cute 啦。
Okay, yeah. Designer.
Okay.
Okay, this one.
你啊？不是啊。
Team member or celebrity?
Celebrity.
Celebrity! Yeah.
谁？
It's my team member Kareen.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, she's so cute. Got potential.
She's cute, yeah.
Fan, by the way.
Cannot.
Oh,
cannot.
thank you.
Cannot,
Thank you.
Kareen. Cannot. 5 days, very intensive. Checking. Okay, she's cute. What in this?
This is my girl.
Yes! Who is it?
Oh shit. This is Amy or Ella or Hannah. This is not Hannah. Amy ah. Amy or Ella?
So, lock in your answer.
Amy.
江江江.
Oh, yes.
She knows her stuff. I'm so proud of you.
很难不看，很难不认吧
Okay, this one.
I don't know. This is Singapore
Correct.
background. Yeah.
Singapore background. So yes,
Teammate.
team.
Yes.
Oh no lah.
Oh no 啊，这不是 Singapore background 啊？
不是。
Oh.
I also thought so.
Yeah, but this thing look very familiar.
Correct. So you know,
Yeah.
Korean house also look like Singapore
Oh,
house.
maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's he?
You don't know?
I don't know. 他谁？Melia 谁
V
？V 啊，I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Okay, 来讲多一次，讲多一次。You know who is he?
他是 V。
对了，Yes. But you didn't get it right. Now you thought it's a Singapore house. You can.
BTS 啊。Teammate.
It's me.
Oh, you. So Singapore man. Singapore context.
Singapore context. Yes.
所以我们的 mattress 才会这样乱。
Yeah.
哦。
像吗 I look like a boy, ah?
Does your kid look like you?
Yes.
Exactly the same 啊。
My girl.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
好过像爸爸。好过像爸爸。
Why you steal my husband?
No lah, but I think it's always better to look like mama.
很会讲话。
No, I mean all mummies will want it, right? Better to look like husband, right?
Of course. I had a extra investment for 9 months.
How? Oh, yes. Okay.
We carry the baby, well, at least
Yes,
must look like
yes,
us, right?
yes,
My
yes,
son
yes, yes.
absolutely do not look like me, not one bit.
Your son.
Yeah, look like my husband.
Only your
100.
daughter?
Yes, my daughter looks like me.
Older daughter or
Younger.
Oh.
She's 10. My son is 12.
Same. My older look like my husband. 越看越生气。
Oh, 所以你也是有两个
Yeah, two.
Oh my god, I always thought you had one
No, I
because
had two, that's
you
why this
always
size.
feature the one of them.
No, I feature both.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll catch more.
Yeah, can.
Okay, this is rapid fire. Must answer very fast. Cannot think one.
快点，我很饿。
Okay, one word. Okay, what do you look for in a model?
Bookability.
Bookability. Nurtured or natural talent?
Nature. Natural talent.
Natural. Okay.
Oh wait, no, nature.
We got change one.
Change. Nature.
Okay. Nurtured or natural talent?
Nature.
So you want to nurture them?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Worst nightmare in the industry?
24-page contract.
So it's too much.
Oh my god. Yes, in French. You need to translate the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. She thought about that on the spot. It must have left her a scar.
Yes.
What's one word to best describe you? Cannot think, faster!
RBF.
Okay. What's your take on nude photo shoot?
No.
Why?
What's the point?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thought like
I
cute.
can't. No, I can't use it at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the youngest age a model has ever been signed?
12.
So my daughter 2 more years can come and join you already, right?
That was last time. I realized it didn't really work out that much.
Okay, so
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, 14.
Thank you so much!
Okay.
For
So
being on the
easy. Thank
show. So thank you so much, Bonita, for coming on the show and sharing your saucy stories. And of course, I hope that our audience over here have learned a thing or two about modeling. And if they want to
Okay.
start a career, you can go to your academy and learn. Of course, you
Yes,
must
please.
pass the casting first, lah. And be at least girls 170 cm. I got the memo.
Yes.
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 And guys 175.
We can go shorter for academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can be a bit shorter. Actually, in life, be beao bai.
You try, we never know. Yeah.
Then you just try. How to translate this? You see that my Chinese very good.
Translate to
不要拜 in English.
不要脸.
Huh?
不要脸.
不要脸.
is Chinese.
That's why I say,
Shameless
how
lah.
do you say it in English?
Shameless lor.
Be shameless. Bonita
Shameless
say one.
is-
That's
no,
why not
right,
correct
right, I don't
lah. Be thick skin.
Oh, thick skin, right.
It's okay one. Try. At most, no is free one. Just do it. Okay. So thank you for coming on this episode.
Thank you.
So if you like this channel, leave your comments below, questions you have for Bonita. And also, if you would like to have a new guest, comment down below and tell us who you want up next on the show. See you in the next episode.